What is up guys, it is Lelly and we are back with some more PES 2017 gameplay. I am playing as Atletico Madrid against Pesep, who is playing as Barcelona. If you somehow don't know who Pesep is, he is another PES YouTuber. Make sure you go check his channel out. The link to his channel will be in the description. A lot of you guys will know that me and Pesep don't exactly carry the most friendly rivalry onto the pitch, but this match is nothing more than a friendly, as we are playing the preview version and both trying to push the limits of this game just to see what we could get away with, and basically try playing passes on, try and do some slide tackling and abuse, push all the things that you guys wanted to see if this game was broken or not. And that's why, you're not going to see the best quality football, but we were there to do a job which you guys wanted to see how broken this game was, and we were trying to force things on, try the ping pong pass, try the long through ball over the top, tackle abuse, all that sort of stuff. So it's not going to be the highest quality match. Now, I'm not going to just talk about this match because a lot of you guys are asking me questions in my previous videos about the shooting, the passing, and like what build I preferred, because I did mention I preferred the passing in the last build, but to be honest I actually preferred this build because it felt like more of a completed game. So things which I thought were a bit rusty, especially goalkeepers in the first build I played 2 months ago, I thought the goalkeepers were good, but then they lacked consistency. Right now I think the goalkeepers are pretty much consistent and are very good. Now this shot you just saw me take with Torres, if that was PES 16, that was a goal. I think anything in the box with a bit of power in PES 16 is a goal. Here, for some weird reason, it wasn't. I know why it wasn't a goal. It felt like, I probably snatched at it with Torres, and that's something that doesn't happen in PES 16. So in this, you kind of have to keep your cool, otherwise you won't get away with it. In PES 16, you'd get away with that. So as I was saying, lads, a lot of you guys were asking me questions about the passing. Like I said, I think the passing was better in the first build, but it's not enough to say that the game's broken or the passing's broken. I think the passing is still good, but the reason I said I preferred the passing in the first build is because I just felt like it was a bit more rewarding when you got a nice passing move on, and if you score from a nice passing move, it felt more rewarding in the build I played 2 months ago than the build I was playing at PES Day 2, which was about 3-4 days ago now. So yeah, I did speak to Asim about that, one of the guys who works at Konami, or works with Konami, and he says that in the newer build the passing feels a bit more free, a bit more like what I played 2 months ago. So I'll have to obviously take his word on that, and when I get the chance, when the full game comes out, I'll obviously update you lot with my thoughts on that then. Another area where a lot of you guys are concerned is the shooting, and I completely agree with you lot on the fact that, for me, I think it looks a bit too fast. Like, the rest of the game feels a lot more natural, but when it comes to shooting, a lot of it feels very strong outside the box. That is, I think inside the box the shots are a bit less powerful and they carry a lot less speed, but outside the box I think a lot of them carry a way too much speed. But it doesn't mean that they're overpowered, I just think they just don't look as natural as the rest of the game. The last game which had a bit more natural looking shots was, I think, PES 2012, but it didn't have the right balance. Like, they could shoot pretty much anywhere and the goalkeepers were letting in so many easy shots that were close to their body. So if you ask me, would I go back to PES 2012 where the shots look more natural but the keepers aren't balanced well with them and couldn't save them, or stick with this shooting now where the shots look fast but the keepers are more than capable of dealing with what you expect them to? So I think they're a lot more balanced now, the goalkeeping and shooting. I would stick with these ones, even though it doesn't look the most natural, it feels more natural, the fact that the goalkeepers are a lot better at dealing with them. I would hate going back to PES 2012 where they look natural but they let in the most simple things ever. So to be honest, I agree with a lot of you, the shots do look too fast, but they're not exactly a game breaker because the goalkeepers can deal with them. Well, most of the time anyway. By the way, what the hell did Sep think he was going to do there? Send me for a hot dog and then not get taken out? Come on, Sep, you know me better than that. But anyway, lads, another thing that I've heard, and obviously I'm only telling you guys because there's a rumour that they've sped the game up for the retail version. I hope it's not true. It's only a rumour, so I can only just say that, it's not confirmed or anything. I just hope they haven't sped the game up. But if that's the case, lads, then I don't know what's going to happen to the balance of the game, how good it's going to feel. A lot of you guys come back to my YouTube channel for the main reason that, well, alright, forget the raging for a moment, but a lot of you guys know that I'm brutally honest, and if I didn't like this game, I would say it straight from the word go, or if there was something blatantly broken or something that was really on my nerves, I would say it. And like I said to you guys before, I preferred the passing in the previous build, but I obviously prefer this build as a complete build compared to the last one. So I'm not here to lie to you and sell you the game. If anything changes from now to retail version, then I will say that when I review the full game. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm saying things on, you know, a nice way because Konami have told me to, because they first of all haven't told me to say anything other than, you know, just give your honest opinion of the game. So, you know, they haven't told me to say anything nice, they haven't told me to say anything that's not nice. They've just said tell your people what you think, and this is exactly what I'm here for. So if you got any concerns or want to hear my thoughts on anything I haven't covered yet, then shoot them down in the comment section and I will go through them in my next PES 17 vid, which is also against Pesep and should be uploaded either tomorrow or the day after, and I'll make sure I'll, you know, go through everything that you guys are concerned about. And did I say this match was a friendly? Well, it might technically be a friendly, but you know, with me guys, there is no such thing as a friendly. Now before I forget, I heard something which is a bit unsettling for me, and it's only a rumour lads, so don't go jumping on any bandwagon or anything just yet, but I heard they are speeding this game up for the retail version. Now I'm personally not a fan of speeding this game up because I think it's got a good balance as it is now, and I think if they speed it up, they're going to try to encourage ping pong passing. Well, I'm not saying they're trying to encourage it, but I think that's what will happen if they speed this game up, or it might upset the balance of the game. Maybe a bit harsh saying that it'll encourage ping pong passing, but it'll lose some of the gloss that this game had. I think this game is just brilliantly paced right now. Some people already think it's a bit too fast, and I think it's probably just at the right speed. So if it's any more faster than what it is now, I think we might lose a bit of the shine that made this game so good as it is now. So guys, like I said, it's only a rumour, don't go jumping on any bandwagons yet, but I just pray that they do not speed this game up. So before I get to the end of this video guys, I want to shoot an idea past you, and it'll get better if you guys get involved as well. What I want to do for the first season of my PES 17 My Club Divisions is I want to do what I call a forfeit season. So I'll play all 10 matches with a pretty standard team, and regardless of when I get promoted, I'll play all 10 matches and I'll have 10 forfeits. So for each match I'll have a forfeit. If I lose that match, I have to do the forfeit. So this is where you guys get involved. You guys can come up with some forfeits. So for example, if I lose the first match, I have to eat a lemon. If I lose the second match, I have to play Bean Boozle and eat 10 sweets. So if you're thinking they're nice sweets, trust me, there are some nice sweets in there, but there's some horrible ones in there as well, and you can't tell the difference. So you spin something, you land on a colour, you have to eat that colour sweet, and you don't know if it's going to be a nice one or a horrible one. So guys, yeah, you guys can come up with some punishments or forfeits, shall I call them. I've also got some other plans with PES 17 My Club, but I'm still going to wait to see what the game mode offers, what are the new things it offers, and I'm also going to do a PES 17 Master League with Liverpool. So there will be plenty of content on this YouTube channel lads, make sure you don't miss out. And yeah guys, we are coming to the end like I said. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, remember to drop it a like. If you do want to see more, remember to subscribe. Also check out Pesep's channel, his link will be in the description. And catch you guys later.